We are Blackfinch Ventures, a team of ex-founders who relentlessly search for the UK's most talented, early-stage, high-growth technology firms. We are proud to be part of the Blackfinch Group, a multi-asset investment specialist with decades of experience across property, energy, listed and unlisted markets. Since 2019, Blackfinch Ventures have built a portfolio of over 30 companies into which we've invested over £60 million through our EIS Portfolios product and our Spring Venture Capital Trust. Our portfolio not only targets strong returns for investors, but is also helping change the world for the better. From Forbes 30 Under 30 to one of Time Magazine's Innovations of the Year, the founders and the products we support are award-winning. Whether it's saving lives in the construction industry, driving innovation into global brands, or helping underperforming students succeed at school, our portfolio drives benefits to businesses and consumers alike. And our investors have the opportunity to be a part of this future, an opportunity to help power some of the UK's most talented technology firms whilst getting exposure to an asset class that offers exciting potential returns. We think having a team of ex-founders gives us an advantage. We understand how to spot the signs that a company has the potential to scale even before its revenues grow. And we talk the language of the founders we meet because we've walked in their shoes and we deeply understand the challenges they faced. With 2 technology PhDs on the team, we're unusual in being able to dive deeply into a company's product from the very first pitch.
We are experts in building diversified portfolios, investing across company sector and stage. Where the evidence is strong, we'll invest early into technologies and teams that we feel have the chance to capture a growing market. Companies like Tended, which we have backed since 2019, and are now a leading player in the wearables for safety-critical industries. Tended's unique high-accuracy positioning device protects the lives of construction and rail workers around the country. The product is so good that Time Magazine declared it one of the best innovations of 2023. We also invest in more established early-stage companies that are generating revenue of over £1 million a year, have good product market fit, and are growing consistently. One example is Uplearn, which guarantees students to get an A or A star in their A-level subject if they complete its online learning material. We were skeptical too when we first met the company, but incredibly 97% of users that complete the course achieve just that. Its CEO, Guy Rees, is one of several founders in our portfolio that have been named in the highly acclaimed Forbes 30 Under 30 list of young innovators. Our companies work with some of the world's biggest brands, Sky, L'Oreal, MasterCard, Siemens, and Meta to name a few. But just as importantly, they also work with many of the smaller names you've never heard of, making a positive difference to those businesses and the thousands of people that work for them. And despite only making our first investment in 2019, we've also had one positive return in Candidate ID. This company helps its clients continually nurture and engage candidates, so they don't have to go fresh to the market every time that they hire. We exited Candidate ID in April 2022, generating up to 120% equivalent net yearly returns for our clients.
Having run a startup accelerator for 4 years, I learned firsthand how to help founders pitch for investment. When I joined Blackfinch, I used this experience to design a unique, unbiased process. A dedicated deal flow team scouts for deals across the UK through universities, accelerators, innovation hubs, our own networks and other investment firms. We also use cutting-edge research platforms and our own algorithms to target companies that are about to raise. This approach results in us checking out around 1,000 to 2,000 investment opportunities a year. Senior members of the team, like myself, don't meet the founders straight away. Instead, we review the data written up by the deal flow team to make assessments. This removes the bias of whether we personally like the founder. If the data convinces us, then we bring the team into pitch. About 1 in 10 companies make it to this stage. When I ran my accelerator, I could coach anyone to give a compelling pitch for an hour or so and answer the most obvious questions. This is precisely why we run our pitch sessions for 3 to 4 hours. We learn about the real challenges and the state of the company a couple of hours in, once the very polished pitch is out of the way. Those long sessions are also a great way for the founders to learn about us and our backgrounds. This is normally when they realise that our deep knowledge of technology and experience as founders might be helpful in their own companies. When we have a shortlist, we spend the best part of a day debating this with our investment committee. We like to involve them early on, as well as at the end when they sign off the investment. They're a smart bunch of internal and external industry experts who bring valuable new opinions to the table. Once we close a term sheet, the real work begins, and we embark on 4 to 6 weeks of due diligence. This covers many areas, including financials, technology, contracts, competitors, and market size. We speak to the customers, existing investors, conduct founder references and perform deep dives into the company's growth data to understand churn risk and retention. In the legal documents, we have a right to board seat, and to veto big decisions like selling the company or raising new investment. It sounds like a lot, but we take investing our clients' money very seriously. In fact, Blackfinch invests its own capital alongside clients in every new deal. Once the money moves, the real challenge has only just begun to help the new portfolio company be a success in the years to come. Our roster of over 100 venture partners is a key part to how we add value to the portfolio once invested. Their experience spans across industries, and many are successful entrepreneurs having launched and grown and exited their own companies. During the investment process, we work out where the weak areas are. We match these to the venture partners in our network, suggesting those who would be best suited to be a non-executive director of the company. Myself or one of my team also sits on the board as an observer. One of our venture partners, Ashley Unit, has 30 years of experience in the tech sector. He launched his startup New Voice Media, exiting after years of successful growth for over $350 million. With Ashley's help, one of our companies, CompareSoft, grew 5 times year on year. Another, Geraldine Osman, is also an ex-founder. Her HR tech company, Staff Connect, expanded into the US before being acquired by private equity. Geraldine is a marketing expert. She's on the board of several of our companies, and her help is focused on the area of brand positioning. There are many other ways that we help support our portfolio companies. We regularly invest follow-on capital in our best performers, increasing our shareholding and providing the injection needed for growth. We've built strong relationships with a network of later-stage venture capital firms, which means we can make useful introductions when our companies need more capital than we can provide. An important area of governance is monitoring the performance and success of the companies through their monthly financial data. We also have a right to receive metrics around user engagement, for example, how often users log into a product. All of this data is tracked on custom dashboards by my team, and each month we review every company based on the trends and the input from board observers. This lets us figure out how to best help the companies get back on track if they slip behind. Sometimes this means sending in experts to run a sales workshop with the executive team, or connecting them to our internal legal department for support. If they have a problem, the chances are we can help, or we know someone who can. As a team, our backgrounds often result in particularly direct benefit to the companies. We've built predictive artificial intelligence models, helped them with technology choices, and advised them on M&A strategy when they've had offers for an acquisition. Our doors are always open. So you've learnt about the team, the portfolio, the investment process, and how we add value across our companies. And the final piece of the puzzle is Blackfinch Group, where we sit side by side with experts in listed markets, property and energy, and have dedicated access to legal, research, technology and back office teams. We're confident in our process, and we're confident in our picks. The exit we've had and the growth of the companies we've invested in make us excited about the future and the returns we hope to create for our clients. If you want to find out more about our Blackfinch EIS portfolios or our Spring Venture Capital Trust, then head to blackfinch.ventures to speak to one of our BDMs today.